Yeah, I saw that in a YouTube video, bro. And I was telling Rex about it. I said, that's crazy, dog. If he really is working on three other mangas, that is crazy. Oh, shit, I fucked up. I fucked up, man. I was supposed to do the thing, bro. Hold on, y'all. It's not time to start. All right, y'all niggas, we back. My bad. I know some of y'all didn't like that shit. Some of y'all was like, why? Just nigga, why? You already came on the screen. You might as well keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, I'm trying to get into a habit of making that a thing. You feel me? Making a start stream a thing. I know some of y'all niggas don't like that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. When I'm on other streams, I don't really like that shit, if I'm being honest with you. But, you know, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. We gonna keep it pushing. And my boy Quan said he gonna be a little late today. Jay might be late today. I don't know. I think he gonna be joining in though. But we do got some guests. Obviously, we got my boy Rax, the hero in this bitch. He always come through. Appreciate you, Rax.
Hello. Hello, Gene. Bones, we're almost on good terms again.
Almost on good terms, Bones. That's close enough. My boy Nick in the building. Y'all know Nick. He ain't nobody new. You feel me? Nick's been coming through a couple times. Y'all know Nick on Twitter. So what's up,
Yes,
Nick?
sir. Good, great.
And then
Glad
we
to
got my
be
boy.
back.
Yes, sir. Happy to have you back. We got my boy Nathan in this bitch, Dixon. Some of y'all know him from the chat. I told y'all my boy can come in anytime he want to. Once I found out that was Will homeboy, he can come through. Some of y'all niggas with King of the Chats just been sitting with him. Them motherfuckers gonna start expiring after a while. You feel me? Cause some of y'all just been holding them King of the Chats like y'all been trying to wait for some big shit. The motherfucker gonna start. I'm gonna start making the motherfuckers expire on y'all ass. Then y'all really gonna be mad. And shout out to Gold Soul Gold Soul Radio, bro. This man he is the one who created the thumbnail that I'm using today. So make sure y'all go to his channel and subscribe and all that good stuff. He got his own YouTube channel talking about pretty much everything, anime, movies, TV, all that shit. So make sure you go subscribe to Gold Soul. You know what I'm saying? He made the thumbnail, and I appreciate that, my boy. But without further ado, I don't know what the fuck I said. Further, we gonna get into the little live stream, talk about the chapter a little bit, and yeah, we gonna see what's popping. Please do not bring up real. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going through that right now. Let me make sure I'm recording. And yeah, we recording, everything good. And yeah, hold on, let me see who in the chat first. Got my boy Bones in here, Kilo, Mikey, I see you in here. Gene in the building, Goku, Trap, Duke, I see you. Sedarius, always a pleasure to have my boy. Newbie artist, Black Goku in the building. Trey, what's up with you, man? And who else we got in here? That's it. Oh man, that's all. That's it in the chat. Anyway, so the chapter this week, in my opinion, was a real slow chapter. I don't really think nothing crazy happened. You know what I'm saying? It was just another one of those fight chapters. Like I was saying in my reaction earlier, I don't really think no plot got pushed in this chapter. It was literally just a fighting chapter. What y'all think about that?
But I missed the question.
You say what?
I missed the question. I ran off to get water. What was it?
I say I really don't believe no plot actually got put as far as the arc, the plot of the arc. I don't really think no plot got pushed in this chapter. It would seem just like a normal fight chapter.
Oh yeah, nothing else really happened. Like it went by super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing that changed is that we know the Black Bulls are here now.
Right. That was really hype. Everybody loved to see Magma and Zora, and you know that's pretty dope. I'm really interested to see what kind of power Magma got. That's like one of the things I'm interested in. Other than that, you know, it's just pretty hype.
Yeah, I'm really interested in what Funeral can do because of Dante, we didn't see his 6-month progress at all because Dante was effing with his magic.
Yeah, we really did. We haven't seen Funeral power up whatsoever because when we first came back. Noel kind of, I don't know if it was a joke, but Noel did kind of say you didn't train at all. Remember that?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you don't remember when he was like we all got real stronger, and Noel was like, "What do you mean we? You didn't do no training."
I think I think that was like referring to his whole flirting thing. I think he like at that little girl where like whenever Asta saved her and he started to flirt and she was like, "Oh, you haven't changed at all, Finral."
Yeah, that's why I was going to say that. I don't know what she was referring to specifically as far as his whole flirting mentality or his magical training. I don't know which one she was referring to, but she did make a joke about that. But other than that, bro, we haven't seen absolutely nothing from Fenrir, and I would love to see what Tabata got planned for him. I honestly don't want to see Fenrir just getting attack magic. I think that'd be mid. I'd rather Tabata think of a smarter way to have Fenrir fight. Make him like a tactician or something.
I mean, the only thing that we've seen him do was react to that attack from Xenon. I mean, that's at least something.
Oh yeah, that was facts. You know, but Fenrir has always had crazy reaction speed. So you know, his reaction speed has always been his best feat, without a doubt. So you know, that's not even too crazy in my opinion. But as far as the way y'all will rate this chapter out of 10, Nathan, Dixon, what would you rate it?
I'd say it's like 7-ish, 6 to 7. It's not bad chapter, just as you said, it's just more so just kind of a fighting chapter. No plot really gets pushed. You know, it's a lot of dope art, cool spreads, not too much dialogue. I mean, Magna and Zora is cool. Haven't seen them in a while, but you know, you can have speculation about, you know, how far we are, you know, in terms of the progression of the arc at this point, considering, you know, the two devils on the first gate just fused. But outside of that, no, it's nothing too much happened. But it's not bad, not terrible. So it's 7, standard.
I think I agree with what you were saying. I'd give it a 6. You know what I'm saying? But same there wasn't no plot being pushed. It was just some really dope art and really some really cool moments as far as Asta. But other than that, you know, nothing really happened in the chapter. Very slow chapter as far as like the way I was reading it. You know, it was not a boring read, but it was a read. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you think about when you're reading, anytime you started thinking like, damn, this feels long, then that just means what you're reading is just not hitting, you know? Cause I've been lost in manga before. Like I've started reading something at 10 a.m. and then looked down at 6 p.m. Like I've been that lost in manga before, and I just didn't get that from this chapter at all. So I give it a 6. It was some dope art and everything was fire. You know, the fusion devil was pretty cool, but nothing as far as plot progression really did it for me. What about you, Nick? What would you rate it?
7 out of 10 chapter for what it was. It was just a fighting chapter. It was well executed. Nothing to theorize about, no plot push. So yeah, 7 out of 10 chapter.
Agree. Rex?
Yeah, it's about the same for me, somewhere in like a 7.5. There was nothing stand out. Like, we didn't even get much for character interaction. It was mostly just Asta fighting Lilith. And a big ice ball.
Right.
Yeah, that one little cool moment though of like the flashbacks of when Asta was like hitting back things. That was pretty cool though. Show how far he came.
Yeah, that was dope. That moment was very dope, actually.
You guys want to? Oh, I was gonna. You go. Oh, wait.
Now, I was gonna say I did like seeing flashbacks. I do like seeing them sometimes, you know. And that moment, seeing Asta progression was dope.
Yeah, and how it led up to like Zoro and Magna, since it's those two people that he did it with the most.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah, that was their entrance was well executed, I can say.
Yeah, I do like Magma and Zoro intro. It was pretty fire. You know, like the way he put the shadows there and that stuff. I like that. Somebody mentioned earlier that they might have a diamond encrust magic item in their forehead. No, please God, no. But Rex, what was you finna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask if you thought that the devil fusion is specifically a Lilith and Nama thing, or if other high-level devils can do this.
Oh, I mean, it seemed to be something specifically for them, especially the way they was designed individually. If other devils can do it, I don't think that's crazy though.
I've been really torn on it because like they specifically came out with like the two of them and have their whole mirrored versions of each other design.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if maybe they would only be the ones to do it.
I mean,
I want to ask something. When Lilith said Nama was the one you got, do you think if Asta got Lilith instead, they wouldn't be able to fuse?
Yeah, that was weird to me. I don't know. It seemed like even if she one got hit, they would have still been able to fuse. But just by going off of the way they look, the design of them individually. So it seemed like they would have still been able to fuse. But her saying that, you know, kind of makes it weird now.
Yeah, like she is the one that has the ability to fuse.
Right, that's what it made it seem like. I don't know why Tabata put that in there. Hopefully we find out. But let me see what the chat talking about. 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot, but you're right. Nothing crazy happened plot wise. 6.5 out of 10. Juice Duel gave it a Duel gave it a 7.7 out of 10. Joseph gave it a 9 out of 10. Sedaris 8 out of 10. Shadow 7 out of 10. James said he gave it a 7 out of 10. He says he gives the fusion design. One dude said he gave the fusion design a 9 out of 10. I do think the design was really creepy and scary. Trey said he give it a 7. Nothing high or low. Yeah, 7 a good point. Bud said he gave it a 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Tony, what's up with you, bro? Josuke, why would it be mid if Fenrir get attack magic? Fenrir with attack magic would be great. It wouldn't be. I mean, it wouldn't be mid for his character. It'll be like for his character. I think it'll be something. You know, it'll definitely be an achievement. But I think Fenrir just getting base attack magic, you know, is kind of mid for a way he can fight. I think Fenrir has spatial magic, and I think he can fight in a different way other than just attacking. I think it'll be more interesting if he learns to fight, you know, in a strategized way or a tactician type way. You know, I think that'll just be more interesting for his character. You know, kind of like a JoJo fight. You know, have you ever watched JoJo fights? Well, besides when it's just a brute against a brute, you know, that's just a fight. But, you know, when it's a strategist versus a tactician, JoJo fights can be very fucking interesting and very, just very dope. So I wanted to see more, you know, Fenrir use like JoJo style fighting rather than just normal attacking. But my boy says he give it 8 out of 10. Newbie artist says 7 out of 10. Black Goku 7 out of 10. Robin 7 out of 10. Tony says he give it 8 out of 10. It was nothing but action. Agree. Bone says he give it 8 out of 10. Tyler 7 out of 10. Bro, I miss Carrot. Where the fuck is Carrot at, bro? Like, what's going on? I miss that nigga too, man. It was hype for me because they pulled up. That's all I needed. Oh, you mean Finneral and Zora? I mean, that's what you needed. That's what you needed, bro. Maybe Ice is the dominant type since Lilith fused. Nah, Fire is dominant when it comes to Ice. I believe so. Well, in Pokemon at least.
I will say, in terms of like that, do you think that because like Lilith has like the ice thing, whereas like she can sort of flash freeze the body as it's being cut, versus like would Fire be able to do that? Then I think that maybe would be why Tabata chose to have the ice one instead of the fire.
Yeah, she definitely did flash freeze the blood. I thought that was weird at first. I didn't really think about why she did that, but that could be a reason why she did that. She didn't want the because we know they disappear. Like once they die, once these devils die, they vanish. Like kind of like Zagrid. We saw Zagrid actually vanish into nothingness. So that's probably why she did that, to preserve the body so they can fuse. Oh, okay, so it makes sense now.
Yeah, like the ice, like ice would do that, but fire would not.
Yeah, Fire wouldn't be able to do that. So that's probably why she said that. You know, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Tabata doesn't really need to explain that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You just put 2 and 2 together. And you just, if you sit there and think about it. If my dumb ass can figure it out, I'm pretty sure like y'all other people can figure it out. Dante Gravis said he give it a 7 out of 10. Bro, I think Lilith is the main one because she's like the mother of devils or something like that. I mean, yeah, in her respected mythology, she is something like a queen of devils or mother of devils, you know, in her respected mythology. In demon mythology at least, a ton of ways for him to use spatial magic offensively without having attack spells. I agree, and that's what I want to see more for Finneral. I think Finneral is one of the best written characters in Black Clover, and I think he's really dope. And I think him just having normal attack magic would just kind of, I don't know, it's just like for his character to be so complex. I don't know, he's not really complex, but you know, for his character.
It's too cheap of a move just to give that to Finral. This whole thing is being a support.
Right, it's cheap. That's the better way to put it. It's just real cheap, and it's just like it's easy to do. You know, it's easy. It's a real easy way to get out of having Finral fight in a different way. That's pretty much all I'm saying. What's Finral going to do in a 1v1? Finral can't fight in a 1v1. That's the thing. He shouldn't be able to fight in a 1v1. Period. And there's nothing wrong with that. We barely got 1v1 fights in Black Clover anyway. What was you finna say?
Can teleport someone inside of a volcano.
Niggas up through portals.
See, y'all started talking about him teleporting people to death. That's really cheap too, though. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a real cheap move as well.
There you go. Get him trained in swordsmanship. Make him a teleporting swordsman. Finral.
Oh, that'd be dope. I don't know if he got the physical ability to do that. What you saying, Nick?
He needs to hit the gym.
I was thinking, like, what if Finral like teleported someone to the sky and I forgot that everyone can fly now?
Yeah, pretty much. If they can't fly, they can slow themselves down before they hit the ground.
Yeah. Just teleport them inside a volcano.
Just
go exploring.
Just keep going, Rex. Respect Noel. Yeah, bro. Oh, I saw Broku made a Noel video. I ain't watch it yet, but that man haven't made a Noel video in a long time, bro. I think the reason why Lilith and Nolith was able to fuse was because Lilith was able to freeze him before he died. Now that motherfucker died. I think he died. I think he died. I think it's just his body was about to disappear. I think he definitely died though. You know what I'm saying? Getting cut in half with anti-magic, that'll do it to you. You feel me? Josuke, I heard from some niggas on Discord say he was apparently dead. I forgot who said it though. I hope they were joking about it, but I'm not for sure. I was paying attention. Who's dead? Who are you talking about?
I think they're talking about Carrot, if I'm remembering correctly.
Oh my, bro, please.
That sounds a little
yeah, please don't.
Sounds a little out there.
Yeah, like don't say no shit like that, bro. No.
I saw him post in a server right before he deleted his Discord.
Okay. Yeah, don't say no shit like that, bro. That's real disrespectful, especially if he's not, actually dead, bro. Don't say that. What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on?
Your ass thought you were gonna sneak in here, huh? No, I'm just playing.
I usually do, so.
You do. I'll be in the middle of something, but I saw you pop up this time. But we got you this time, motherfucker. You were caught red-handed. But how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling.
We was talking about this mid-ass chapter. You know, everybody pretty much gave it a 7 or a 6 out of 10. Pretty much no plot got pushed or anything. Like, as far as my opinion, no plot really got pushed. Just a big hype chapter. Kind of like the Ancient Demon chapter, you know. Asta's doing, Asta, you know, showing out. What about you? What's your rating on the chapter and what you thought about it?
I'll give it a 6.5 because it wasn't, you know, it was above average chapter. I think it was this was one of those chapters where it was like Friday Night Football type chapters where it was nothing but hype, but there was no story progression. You know, there was no craziness as far as like plot wise that happened, crazy dialogue. It was just hype. But ain't nothing wrong with that. It just, you know, this was very short chapter, and I felt like it was a build up.
Same. I don't think
what we
nothing
gonna
wrong with it either. But then we started talking about Fentanyl, and some people was thinking like, what was the type of power up he can be having? You know what I'm saying, for him to be able to fight. And somebody I brought up the fact that I don't really want him just to be getting normal, just a attack spell, because I think that'll be really cheap for his character. You know, I really want to see Fenrir fight more of a strategy way or maybe a tactitional way. You feel me? You know, something different. You know, he doesn't have to have an offensive spell to be able to fight, especially with spatial magic. He can do a lot of different things. He can fight a lot of different ways. And I think just giving him an attack spell is just really cheap. What do you think about Fenrir just having an attack spell?
I think he can use his support and like strategic spells in a way of attack. Like in a way where you know that little spatial magic beam where he shot at his brother Language, and it was going slow. Yeah, it was going real slow. He was like, you know, I ain't worried about that. But then you realize like it took you to a whole different location, right? Yeah, I think he can do that to the Devils. You know,
right? And that's at least slow him down. That'll at least slow him down. They take him to a whole different place, especially if he put him in like a volcano, like what Raxi keeps suggesting.
Exactly. Put him in a Grand Magic Zone. Like,
and we all know how powerful Grand Magic Zones are. Yeah. I don't like the fact how when Jay joined in, it's just 10 people just joined in. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we really joining for Jay now, huh? Okay. We went from like 57 to like 62 and just that quick. I mean, that ain't 10 people, but you know, motherfuckers join when Jay joined. Okay, I see how y'all is. Well, so some people here come for Jay. I ain't mad at you, but damn, it's like that. Okay, let me see from the chat. So Jay said he give it like a 6.5. I gave it a 6, so I think I had the lowest rating. Make Fenrir like no, I don't know who that is, bro. Hey, Rax, who is this person?
Where?
I'm almost positive Rax knows though.
Where's the comment? I'm zooming up or scrolling up, whatever.
Kilo said it, bro. It's right above Tony's comment.
I'm looking.
I'm gonna just copy and paste it in the chat. Some weird ass name, bro. Who is that?
Noob Cybot? I don't know.
Noob Cybot.
Who is that?
I have no.
It's Mortal Kombat.
Where's that from?
Oh, of course, Jay knows.
Oh yeah, you know I compete in Mortal Kombat. So like.
Jay is a full-on competitor when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Do not call him out; he will get on your ass.
Join my Discord. I'll clap everybody.
I don't know. Astro, the guy in your server, Astro, told me he was the number one at Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Astro always talking shit.
What he told me.
Astro is literally always talking shit, bro. Like about video games. This nigga swear he's so good. When that fucking Demon Slayer game come out, I'm gonna clap his ass up, bro. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, we gonna be live on that too.
Yes, sir. I could be wrong, but to me it looks like Lilith. Lilith is language. Oh, laughing. Okay, I don't know why the fuck I read language. Laughing at Nolith. Don't forget, they act like children, and are playing. That could be the case, or she just could be laughing at the situation. Either one, it really don't matter in my opinion. But that was another thing we was talking about, Jay. Why did Lilith say that it was lucky that Asta killed Nana? And we kind of came to the conclusion that it's because you know how when devils die, especially when they get cut by ancient magic, they pretty much just their bodies disappear and vanish. Yeah, maybe she freeze flashed them. Maybe that's why she said that, because she freeze flashed his blood or his body, and was able to preserve it before she died, and that's why she was able to fuse.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like, for example, if they do this in like in surgery in cases where if someone chopped their finger off, you put the finger immediately in some ice, and you keep it in so the finger can still be alive when you cut it off. It's almost like we cut a head off a chicken, it's still alive for a little bit because it has some nerves.
Yeah.
So when you put it in the freezer or something like that, you can sew it back on and the finger won't be dead. So I think that makes sense. If you would have killed Lilith first, I don't think it would be a way for them to stop the life force before Lilith died. I don't think Flames can do that. So it makes sense.
Right, we kind of can't. At first, in the beginning, we was like, I don't know why she said that, but then me and Nathan.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is Nathan. Nathan, this is Jay. Nathan me and Nathan had kind of figured that shit out.
I see him in I see him. He in my Discord. What's up, man?
What's good? Nah, in your Discord, they be wilding sometimes.
Sometimes them niggas wilding all
they wild all the time, man.
Like Chosen is a motherfucker, dog.
Yeah.
Chosen is a motherfucker. Somebody said, "Thank you, J Cloud." I don't know why you said that, but okay. J Cloud versus everybody. Damn. If you think, I don't know. If you think about it, Finneral could teleport someone fast enough to completely slam them into the floor. I mean, well, how much damage would that really do, bro? Like, people in Black Clover is higher than floor level. Mortal Kombat Fire is fuck, bro. Yeah, okay. Jay, somebody asked you if you play some other video games.
Soul Calibur. I used to play Soul Calibur, but now I like that. Soul Calibur. It's like. I mean, it's like Tekken, but with swords. Like you can create your character and stuff like that. Soul Calibur been a classic though.
Oh, okay.
It's old school, yeah.
Tekken with swords. I ain't mad.
Yeah, think of Tekken, but with swords and weapons and.
Yeah, I played the Soul Calibur with Kratos in it.
Yeah, Spawn.
Oh, you
yes, sir.
You can create like superheroes.
Oh, dude, just look it up. Like people created Black Clover characters and. It's a Yami tutorial on it. Like it's dope, man. It's so
for Soul Calibur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I play as Colonel Sanders.
I gotta look this up, man.
I got that one on Steam.
Soul Calibur always been a classic.
Somebody says something. Jay agreed with this nigga talking about Fortnite.
Oh yeah, we play Fortnite all the time.
Also has 2 minutes left, I think. Somebody says I think 3. He should be out of time, actually.
I have a question about that, actually. Someone in a different Discord was talking about it. What do you guys think do you think there'll be like a specific repercussion for Asa's Devil Union, like after he goes out of it? Like, will he still be able to fight in black form, or will he have like a cooldown period? If so, how long will that be? Or like, is it going to be a situation where like he gets like magical food or whatever and just kind of is healed again?
I think he can still use his black form, just not with Devil Union. And I think the cooldown probably going to be for quite a while. Like, I don't know how long this arc is going to be, but I think it's going to be for quite a while. And, but since we have Nero in the picture, she could do something. Remember how in the Elf arc, she kind of like replenished his damage and everything, made him transform again?
Yeah, she said something like she sealed his damage.
Yeah, she could do something like that again, but I don't mean Nero does come out of nowhere and just seal people, but it's possible. But I do think it's going to be some bad repercussions overall in the story if Asa is not in Devil Union mode. It's like LeBron James injured.
Yeah.
What the Lakers going to do?
Yeah. I will say it's like because Black Form's repercussion, like specifically, was the fact that it was more based on like his physical strength and like it would affect him physically and like it would be painful if he went in it more than a couple times a day. But because Nero sealed his damage in that specific instance, like it didn't really matter, and he was able to bring it out again. But like with Devil Union, it seems like that may not exist,
right?
In a sense,
and that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, we don't know.
I was gonna say it seems different because what you explained earlier about the whole normal black mode, right? It's based off his physical abilities, but this one it seems different. It seems like it's pulling from like a reservoir of anti-magic. And probably when that has to, fill itself back up, and that's probably the cooldown time rather than his physical body getting, damaged or whatnot. Because, You know, and I don't know how long specifically it'll take for that to fill back up, but it just seems more of that way rather than his physical body getting damaged. Because he could stay in black form all day as long as he didn't get hit or damaged that much. You know, it was really based off his physical ability. But again, it hurted him at the same time. I don't think that's the case that no more. I think it's all about the reservoir of how much anti-magic that's left or how much he can use. Because he keeps saying stuff like that, like he's adding anti-magic, you know, he's gonna I'm pretty sure we're gonna eventually, especially after he's used this big ass black sword, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to the point where he says he's about to run out of anti-magic. And that's going to be interesting. And as far as him being able to do black mode after using Union, I think that's possible because, you know, black mode wasn't nothing but driblets anyway. You know, I don't see why not he wouldn't be able to use black mode. And as far as where his physical body is right now, he should be able to use black mode anytime. You know, his physical body is at its peak right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily the anti-magic will run out. I think it's more so it's about Asta's body. Because so far in the story, it seems like devils have unlimited mana, especially with the when Nock talked about Nama and Lilith, how they have unlimited mana, and how Dante.
I think Yami said like I can't even see his end. He has no end to his mana or something like that to Dante.
Yeah, he said it about Dante as well, and it seems like that's a common thing with all devils, no matter if it's low rank.
I don't think they have unlimited, bro. I don't know about unlimited. Unlimited is
not necessarily saying it's infinite, but they have so much to the point where
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter. That's why it seemed like I remember me and Quan talking about this after stream. We was like, bro, Asta be having so much anti-magic that be come out of nowhere. Like they were like, how much? Like what's the limit pool of Liba's
it just has to be
amount?
I feel like it just has to be. There's no way it's unlimited, bro. If it's unlimited, then why is it a timer on black mode? Then I need to know why the timer's there then.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably because, you know, since Asta is still a human at the end of the day, there is still repercussion. Because remember when he gave Asta his arm, he said, hey, you can only hold it for 50 seconds. Because that's the power itself.
Yeah.
So
he did say something about his body in that part too. Like your body.
Exactly.
The reason why he couldn't give Asta no more is because his body was fucked up.
Yeah. But it just seems like I don't think it's unlimited. Like there's no limit. But their ceiling is so high, it's definitely greater than else.
Like, can you imagine two devils going at it? You know, fighting with just like at equal, they're equal devils, and they're just fighting. Like that, it'll literally take days for them to run out of mana.
It would be like
probably
One Piece
months. Yeah, probably months for real.
Yeah,
because I mean, Dante was using gravity magic, all type of,
and he wasn't slowing down.
All this and that, and Yami said even after all this nigga mana is still crazy. Like,
yeah, and I don't think we've ever seen even Yuna run out of magic.
Almost ran out of magic when he first fought Mars, bro. That was the only time we ever seen it. He said,
yeah.
I'm almost out of magic. That was the only time we ever seen get close to run out of magic.
Yeah,
against Mars.
That's never gonna happen. Like I think that's what makes
that'll never happen.
Yeah, him and Asta are like the perfect balance. Like Asta can never run out of anti-magic. You know, it's loved by mana.
Yeah,
like so even if he runs out mana himself, he has the mana
around him.
That's around him. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's probably gonna be when he start getting into natural mana. Oh, when start getting into natural mana, which he already tapping into, he just don't realize it.
Kind of already is. Yeah.
Yeah, he just don't realize it. But when he finally really know what he doing, like that's why the Heart Kingdom could have really been beneficial as fuck to bro. And I really feel like that's why Tabata didn't put him there. Because if he did, Tabata would have been nasty
right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Wouldn't be fair at all.
It wouldn't be fair.
It would not be fair
because he's already loved by mana, and natural mana is like mana. That's the real mana you want to tap into is natural mana if you're just a normal human. You know what I'm saying? So when and he's already doing it, he just don't know it. So when really start knowing what he's doing, when he really get that teaching, man.
Like imagine true wind magic, but on top, mana method with
true spirit wind magic. You mean, bro?
Oh God.
Would be the greatest on the battlefield right now.
Yeah, bro, he gonna be on some ACL shit.
Yeah, and we know he's gonna get it eventually. Like,
that's what I want to see Noel. Don't want to see Noel do some ACL type feats. But let me read some of this chat, bro. Y'all, I know I see y'all in here talking good. Damn, it's a lot of paragraphs though. Fuck. One rhythm remaining for Devil Union. I'll say about 1 minute. I don't think it's 2 or 3 though. You could use fire to seal a wound. Oh yeah, to sear a wound. Yeah. Not seal.
You can seal it, but you can't stop.
You probably can't stop a body from from leaving though.
Yeah, that's
But-
just to stopping it from like bleeding out and stuff.
or getting affected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't show on his chest a lot in the chapter. Yeah, it really don't. It's hard to tell, but somebody said 1 minute. I don't know how accurate he is. Y'all think Nero could seal a whole kingdom if she had enough magic amount? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if she had enough magic amount, yeah.
Mana zone silly.
But I mean, that's really the solve the
Probably end game Nero.
no, bro, fuck no.
That just sounds crazy.
It just sounds too crazy, right? Bro? But
Why you need to do that?
yeah, but I mean, if you give anybody enough mana, they should be able to do anything. You give Leo enough mana, nigga do a country level spiral flame. You know, that's all it really. You know, it's not really too much. It's not really too much magic that take technique. It's just really all about magic power. No shit. After we seen them clap the Nets last night. Y'all talking about basketball. The Heart Kingdom crew don't know about Asta and Libby, so Luck might want to smoke on sight. Might want smoke on sight. Man, Luck gonna know it's Asta. You can still see his face, bud. You can still see this man's face.
I guess he's trying to say Luck will want to like spar with Asta.
Oh yeah, that's facts. If that's what you're saying,
I would love to see that because Luck is super fast. Like
yes, Luck beastly right now. Last time Asta caught him. Last time Asta was able to catch. Well, no, he wasn't. He wasn't able to catch him.
Yeah, it took team effort.
Yeah, they took a team effort. He wasn't able to catch Luck though.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Luck versus Asta right now would be really interesting. I'm tired of Luck, man. Do something real, bro. Fuck Luck, man. Give Real some shit. Do you think Real will have a limit surpass moment in this arc? I hope so. If he want me off his back, he better have one. Real.
I think he will. In that ultimate masterpiece he keeps talking about.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Cause I swear to God, bro, if this arc ends and Magma has a better feat than Real, it's a wrap. And matter of fact, Solid should have already been enough, but it is what it is. Y'all think
Real can literally paint himself and just do crazy stuff.
He should be able to do something like that.
I think he should. He probably will, man.
You know what I'm saying? He should be able to paint himself and do some crazy shit. I don't see why not. Y'all think Libby anti-magic can run out of what? Like he's building up his anti-magic for years since he couldn't use it until Asta came around, so he could got. I don't think it works like that. I don't think he just has, because that's the case when it finally does run out. I don't think it works like that, to where he just has one reservoir of mana that he filled up all the way to the brim. I don't know about that.
No, I think it's just because devils are using negative mana.
Right.
So that negative mana is always going to be there because that's just what they are, essence wise.
Yeah, he's made
so,
out of
mana. You think Rage charges up anti-magic?
Rage? That can be a thing.
Yeah, like being angry or hateful charges up anti-magic.
Yeah, I think so.
Or being in despair.
Yeah.
Because when he did it against Veto, when he first did that shit, we saw the devil literally form around him. That was because, Asta was getting mad and going into despair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Again, versus Ladros. Everybody was down around him. You feel me? He thought everybody was going to die around him. He had hit up a bunch of people. And then the Witch Queen came through, pushed him along.
Yeah.
He got stronger against... what fight was that? Was that against Elf Lich when he got stronger mid fight? Or was that against Zagrid? No, it was against Patri, right? One of them fights he got stronger mid fight. Like mid fight, you actually see his black mode get stronger, and that was because he was mad as well. I believe.
I think it was when provoked him. He was like, "Is that all you can do?" And then that's when he made Black Divider.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily all about rage as well. It could be motivation, just period.
Yeah.
It's like confident boost too, but I do think rage is definitely linked to it because when Liba, when he raged out against Dante, because that memory about Lasita and everything, Asta's power was just so wild, And I remember when Veto, when Asta was charging at him, this before Asta had was using anti-magic to that degree. Veto was like, he's just like me, like a beast. He was like, no, this is something else.
It's a devil.
Yeah.
it could be levels to the shit, right? Well, rage.
Yeah.
Well, if he's in rage, he gets even more. Well, if he's like getting encouraged, it's a little less, but it's still a lot. Well, if he's getting like, it could be levels to it, where certain emotions give him more or can build up more anti-magic.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah,
added
the
to.
support system kind of works around that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, supports it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Not friendship power-ups. No, nothing. None of that shit.
Right. Kyrie.
Even though friendship power-ups, nothing wrong with them. Motherfuckers be acting like fairy tales. The only thing they got friendship power-ups. Friendship power-ups is literally in every manga. But go off.
Literally
Literally in every manga. Not one out there. Well, every shonen manga. Not one out there that doesn't have a friendship power-up or two. You feel
Hey,
me?
let me ask you guys a quick question. So I was thinking about this the other day of if
Wait,
Noct-
Rex, hold that
sorry.
thought. Let me some people came through while we was talking. Fades
sorry.
came through. What's up, King? Fades.
What's going on?
Oh, this nigga sad tonight, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sad, man.
This nigga sad tonight.
He got one of them texts. You can't do this no more.
Oh man, bro, I'm sorry, Fades.
It's been real.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but my boy Gold Soul came through as well.
Good.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, bro? I'm happy to have you here, bro. Hey, if y'all don't know Gold Soul, I told y'all earlier, Gold Soul is the one who created the thumbnail for the night. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. We got him to come through. Hey, bro, I didn't realize you meant another week. I didn't realize you didn't mean to come through tonight, bro.
Oh, no, it's all good. I mean, honestly, I was just chilling, doing some editing anyway, so I'm glad I came through regardless.
All right,
That's the homie Butler.
Yeah, that's Butler.
Yeah.
I can't wait to call and get here.
I was about to say, I just changed the name so I could, put a actual channel out there, but yeah, it's Butler from the streams and everything like
didn't
that.
know who you was when you changed your name. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to call his name more often because I don't want what happened to you when the motherfucker was looking up J. Klaus. I don't want that to happen. So I want
J. Klaus was an actual search result on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. It's I don't want to. That's why I'm trying to call him his name.
J. Klaus anime talk
more often.
But yeah, it's Go Soul Radio. My name's Adonis or Butler, whatever you want to call me. But it don't really matter either way.
Wanted to ask you, what would you rate this chapter and what did you think? You too, Faye. So get your bitch ass on mute.
I'd probably think like a 7. It was nice to see a little bit of Asta hype, but we've gotten so much of it lately that I was more hyped to see Zora and Magna.
It's dull.
But yeah, no, I'd say about a 7.
7. Phase, what you think?
About a 7.
All right, Rex.
Y'all hear me? Oh, okay.
Rex, what was you finna say earlier though? What was you gonna ask?
Oh, I was gonna ask what the whole situation I never really thought of that just happened. If Noct was successful in sealing Lilith and Nama, nobody would know about Morris. Morris would just be left alone to do his thing.
I don't think nobody know about him right now. Like,
Yeah,
Noct
no one
didn't
knows
have
about
time
him
to
now.
tell nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Noct is the only person that knew. So if he was successful in sealing Lilith and Nama in his Shadow Monument, he would have never had a chance to tell anybody.
I just realized that.
So
That's
Morris
facts.
was just, nobody would know about Morris. Like, he's the only one that's got X-ray vision. Everybody else would just be running around doing their thing. The gates are opening up.
You talking
Yeah.
about if Noct would have died with the devils?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they didn't burn his spell and he's just stuck in there, nobody would have ever had a chance to, hey, Morris, go after him.
Nah, no one had a chance.
You know what else?
So this
what,
is a good thing.
That is a good thing that he survived. You know what else somebody brought up earlier in the chat earlier was the fact that how the fuck did Xenon and Dante know so much information about about the Clover Kingdom and all, and where the bases was and all that shit. And I'm just like, it could dead ass be a traitor out here.
Hey, remember that video I made almost 2 years ago when this whole arc started? It's definitely a spy in this, like, because number one, during the festival, you had this. Remember how they show all the achievements and stuff for the Golden Dawn specifically. It had infiltrators from the Spade Kingdom. It was talking about spies, and it was talking about how many spies they got rid of. That same mention was also mentioned when they were trying to figure out Gildray. Jack remembered something. He was like, "Oh, you've been dealing with them spies from the Spade Kingdom again," or something like that. He said something between those lines. That was like early on in the chapters, like in the beginning of Black Clover. They've been hinted so many times, and when you've seen Spade Kingdom spies, it's about to put like a bubble to try to hide it. But we all know it meant Spade Kingdom because it had Diamond Kingdom and Heart Kingdom and stuff like that. But Spade Kingdom, they definitely been infiltrated. And then the moment the Elf arc was done, we got these people that's trying to kill Augustus Clover.
Which we know wasn't the Eisenman's son.
It wasn't. They specifically target him. They could have got anybody. So clearly someone wants the House of Kira out of there. But that's how you break a kingdom. You got to kill the king first. You know, so it's definitely a spy, man. Like, how did they? It's real interesting, and ain't nobody talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about it recently, at least. Shut up.
I mean, the Clover Kingdom stays having spies. I feel like there's just so many traitors and different things throughout the whole story.
And you know what's crazy is they got the magic to just like get rid of all spies. They have fucking what's Julius' assistant name? Marks is like, he has the magic to see a spy, to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he can't just do it like mass produce it to where he just cover all of them. But you know what I'm saying?
You gotta know who the person is.
To do, exactly. You know, he has to have some type of suspicion, obviously. But not really. If you do that, you know, do it in stages or do it randomly, surprisingly, you know, to every magic night, like a random drug test. You feel me?
What's her name? Link marks up with Sally, makes some kind of like magic tool that can just like, you know what I mean, slide through people's memories and stuff like that.
Yeah, Mark's not gonna figure out who the spy is because he's a spy.
Oh, hold on. Now, that if Marks is an actual spy, that's a powerful spy. You got the second in command of the military as a spy.
He'll shoot a magic arrow.
I don't believe it either.
Memory manipulation.
And we don't know nothing.
He's literally the perfect spy. Memory manipulation?
Exactly.
Hold on, bro. Let's talk about this. Hold on, FaZe, you shut up. No, you shut up. Marks is literally the perfect spy you want to have, bro. He's second in command of the military. I don't know if he's second in command, but he's the assistant of the first command of the military. So you got all the information at your disposal. If anybody catches him, a couple swoops, memory manipulation, he can make them forget they even saw him. He's perfect.
You know what?
Hiding in plain sight.
Let's play devil's advocate, because I don't believe it, but I
don't believe it either. I don't believe it either.
To make a case that why I believe it. If you get what I'm saying. So,
I got you. I was doing the same thing.
So we see every time Julius is out and about, he exploring the world. But we noticed that when we found out, like in the Elf arc, he was out and about because he was trying to figure out who are the traitors and the spy. Who always interrupted that?
Marks.
Exactly. Like, and not only that, when he was fighting Patri, he was hesitating. Yami was like, bro, what are you like? He looked at the fight for the longest time, and then was like, all right, I need to call the Magic Knights. Like, you looked at it for 30 seconds and be like, all right, I'm gonna call him. Then when Julius died, he was just standing there, and Yami yelled at you like, "What are you waiting for?"
But he was shocked though, bro.
Skip that.
He wasn't shocked. He wasn't shocked. Okay, but that couldn't be a distraction, bro. Listen, he's a perfect. He's like, obviously, you know what I'm saying. I don't really believe it if we're going off really. Yeah. But it's somebody's a spy. Somebody in this motherfucker is a spy. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way in hell Xenon should have knew exactly where the Golden Dawn base was. He shouldn't knew, even if they knew they needed a World Tree Magic and Dark Magic. Dark Magic is so rare on this continent that they shouldn't have known that Yami had it unless somebody went and told them. I mean, Yami is a household name on the continent, you feel me? So they could have heard him through word of mouth. And William is also as well, but that's a stretch because the Clover Kingdom in the Clover Kingdom and the Spade Kingdom don't fuck with each other. So even if Yami is a household name, how the fuck did they hear about him?
I did bring this up when I did my Morris video in the Diamond Kingdom, like soon to return. I did bring this up. How remember when they attacked the Enkitan against and the Golden Dawn held that that whole town. What happened when Lotus went back to Morris? He was like, "Oh, anti-magic, a spirit, and World Tree Magic, interesting." So it's possible that Morris told the Dark Triad too.
Yeah. In theory, because we know.
And they also had Lotus. Lotus could have told them.
Lotus as well.
Lotus.
Lotus knew about him.
I mean, hold up. Do y'all remember what's it called?
But it
in
seemed like the
Royal-
plan
no,
was in
the-
effect before they even attacked the Diamond Kingdom.
In theory, because we know the whole thing with him stealing the knowledge from Lord Petrica, I think it's definitely plausible to say that if they captured a Clover Kingdom person, they could just extract that information because we don't really know anything about Morris at this point.
Right. But it seemed like they had all their plans in motion before they even got to the Diamond Kingdom. Unless no, because Morris was kicked out way before. Morris was kicked out when the Witch Queen thing happened. So it's still possible. But FaZe, what are you trying to say? Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead, FaZe.
No, I was just saying that if you remember during what I think was the second or third arc of Black Clover where Rades invaded the capital, you remember they usually have a shield or something protecting the Clover Kingdom, or or not
magic
more like
barrier.
A magic barrier that will at least let them know somebody's trying to come in or invade out there. But then it got taken down by somebody from the inside. I forgot who it was specifically, but I'm just saying basically like it's not really that hard to know what the fuck's going on in the Clover Kingdom. Basically, I mean, Rades was able to get in that motherfucker. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? You got fucking Lord Pachico over there who can see almost everywhere. You feel me? Like, I get what y'all going for. The route that y'all saying is definitely possible, but I'm just saying that in general, the Clover Kingdom is not really that guarded, in my opinion. Like that.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but that still don't take away that it can be a spy in there. Like,
exactly where
exactly it strengthens like the point.
Yeah.
But you gotta think though. Even if it's not hard to get into the Clover Kingdom, Xenon went in there with Dark Disciples. You didn't know exactly where to go to were at. So how did you go in there without anybody seeing you? You knew exactly where you was going.
Well, we know how he got there without nobody seeing him. He's teleporting. But for you still to know exactly where to go.
You knew exactly where to go.
And then the Black Bull's base was moved from this original spot, obviously. And Dante knew exactly where to go still. And the only people who would report, the only way they would report, they have to report back to the Clover Kingdom telling where the base is. That's what I'm assuming. So, that's how Dante could have possibly got that information.
It could be two spies. Two important, it's many spies, but it could be two spies. It's a spy in the Black Bulls, and it's a spy in the Clover Kingdom.
So the spy in the Black Bulls would be crazy.
So the Black Bulls will turn the story upside down, bro.
Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
Man. So the Xenon's spatial magic, does it work like Fenrir where he has to go to the place first before he can travel there? Or does somebody else got to...
No. I'm going to say no. And the reason why is because with the whole... Go ahead.
No, I was just saying but even then, like, does somebody have to give him all right, never mind.
You always do that. Bro, you ask the question and answer it yourself.
He do.
Yeah, but no, because the whole magic fluctuation thing with Dante where he was just able to like pull up because he sensed that there was magical fluctuations in that specific area. So I don't think he needs to be there first.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be possible
he could just be there, sense their mana detection. Oh, I'm there, But that means he sends Williams' mana detection for so far away. Like, this is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like he
or aspires in the Golden Dawn and he sends their magic instead since he already knows it.
He gotta have like a map or something, or somebody's giving him some type of coordinates on where to go.
Yeah,
cause he's not like no Lord Pachico who can just sense niggas or know niggas where niggas exactly at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
How would that work? How would that work?
Right,
because he has teleporting magic and bone magic. How would it work for him?
You gotta have some type of familiarity with the area and the people there.
Yeah,
I
think I'm on board with the spy, but I just don't know where or who the spy is. I'm definitely on board with the spy though.
Marx is an interesting one, even though I don't believe it. But Marx is an interesting one because he has memory magic, so he can be a two-face. He can be in a way where he can have his magic where he erased the memories of what he for certain situations to the person he truly is to play a part.
Yeah, and I mean, he also always knows where Julius is at.
I'm not on board with it since I don't see what he would accomplish.
I'm not on board with it either. But it's just like if I was, that's what I would say. Even though Mark saying no. It's like the whole if Julius was you can make a case if Julius was evil, but he's not at all. I don't believe it at all.
The only thing I could see is like someone wanting to be like someone wants to overthrow one of the pieces of power in the Clover Kingdom. But like, even if it was that, I feel like that would be like a little generic, just in this particular sense. But regardless, I don't know.
It has to be something great. It has to be something bigger after this arc, because like the House of Kira family, to begin with, how did y'all even get empowered? Because Lumiere was a Silver Million. Right. There was no Silver Million Kira. So like, how did the Kira get? Who took over the? Never mind. I'll say that.
I mean,
who's the third party?
Let me read some of the chat.
Black Clover politics art.
You're right.
Black Clover politics video coming soon.
It's that Game of Thrones.
At least 3 devils will fuse. Fuck William. Okay. If real, I'm not reading. No, fuck that real shit. Y'all, I think Julius has a magic tool to change his appearance. Magic tool. I don't know. That's possible because he doesn't have transformation magic or nothing like that. So he could be doing that through a magic tool. He has all those fucking magic tools on his necklace and stuff like that. You know, one of those could possibly be doing that. You know. You think Julie? Okay, I read that. Marx is an op. I thought Lotus told more. I thought Lotus told Morris about Yami and William after Yami asked him to take his mask off. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about it.
To correct somebody real quick, Clover is not a last name. That's just a title, like Clover Kingdom. So any king that takes over, their last name is going to be Clover. It's a title. Because they were trying to say like Lumiere and Augustus are related.
Oh, okay. I see what you said.
Yeah.
William set himself up to make. Okay. You funny. You are funny. Mark.
Imagine William sells out again.
Bro, listen, bro. This dude said some crazy shit. If Marx was a spy, then Julius literally is the dumbest king ever. I mean, is the dumbest king ever. He literally got dumped into two traitors. He literally got dumped 2 traitors that was really close to him. I mean, Julius is already dumb for the pottery shit. Like the
so funny.
What did it call? The elf invasion? The elf invasion was already proved that Julius isn't, the sharpest tool in the shed.
He cares too much.
Exactly. But he got too much.
Naive.
At the same time, it's a benefit.
Hey man, he's like Quan, like, bro. You know what I mean?
No, but now you like that. It's a benefit though, because if he killed Patry, they Noel and them would have never learned ultimate magic. So it's a benefit in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got a point. You definitely got a point.
Yeah.
Hey, he can't see into the future. You know what I mean? You never know.
Okay, gotcha. Voltos for
it ain't that
VC.
far-fetched.
We got you, bro. Voltos for VC. That's a fact. I fuck with you, Black Goku. Lucifaro's. Okay, what? Okay, it's a lot of real stuff in here. Justice for Fades. I'm sorry. I literally want someone to see my theory. What are you talking about, Tony? What theory? I feel like that the next devil will be Samuel, and he will have all poison magic, because in mythology, Will is the devil, is the god of poison. Will is the god of poison. Who is Samuel, Jay? You know what that is?
Wait, what?
He said he feel like in the next
like Samael.
The Samael is the cliff off.
He said
he's talking about the.
Yeah, he said he feel like that devil is going to be the next devil that comes out, and he will have all poison magic, because of mythology that he's a god of poison apparently.
Possible.
Yeah, well, yeah, Samael is the Samael is possible, but the thing is,
oh man,
that's not the next devil. I mean that's the next devil, but the Samael is not a devil. What that is, that's the evil attribute. The devil that is upon the Samael is Adrammelech. He's known as the sun god, and stuff like that. So You know, but it depends if Tabata wants to take the attribute and make it a devil, which would be weird because he never did that with the elves. But you have 10 attributes, 11 attributes, but you have the devils that are on the attribute. But it's Aramelic. So that's the next devil. Like he looks like a peacock.
A peacock.
Interesting.
Yeah, he got like he got like peacock.
That's just so weird. A peacock.
Yeah.
Next level got sun magic, bro. They fuck.
Oh, they're
Of
done.
course, this nigga gonna like a devil that look like a peacock. Like,
What?
Why you gotta say it like that?
I ain't say nothing.
Oh, what?
I ain't say a damn thing. What the fuck is Quan at? I don't know. I know Josuke hates bringing up this nigga, but what? Nope, I'm not finna finish that sentence. You was right at the beginning when you said I hate bringing that nigga up. Yes, I do. And see, as soon as you bring him up, 3 more other people bring him up. That's why you don't bring the nigga up. And I'm pretty sure y'all niggas know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
The last 3 devils will fuse. Oh my god, you talking about Lucy? Like you talking about the time and the space and
they will break the world.
Yeah.
Time,
devil
space,
sounds
and
like
gravity.
Dr.
That's
Manhattan.
man.
Yeah, that's
literally.
exactly. I was just thinking about Dr. Manhattan because I'm literally in the middle of reading the comic. I'm literally in the middle of reading well, not DC, but I'm reading a Marvel comic right now. It's pretty mid, ain't gonna hold you, but it's something to read.
Surprised.
I mean, but
Yeah.
it's possible because like Nock and his 2 mid-rank devils, you know, combine. We see Nama Lilith combine, so devils can combine now. Like,
Right.
They got Patara earrings, like so.
Yeah, for real though.
I'm pretty sure Marks could also be like Pugging from One Piece. Pugging. Oh, Pudding. I'm tripping. I thought I said Pugging. Oh, but Pudding. No, I don't see a. Okay, whatever. Okay, from One Piece to where she can also rewrite memories as well. Oh, I don't know about that because anytime he did use his normal magic, he always had to use that machine. Well, at least when he did that with the Eye of the Midnight Sun people. Remember that? He had to use some type of machine.
Who?
Marks. Didn't he have to use a machine when he fucked
No,
with
that's just what his magic looks like.
That's his magic. Yeah.
Oh, it just looks like that? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's like creation magic?
Yeah, it's some kind of creation.
Like
Memory
that
creation
jellyfish thing.
Head
No, that's the
don't.
doctor.
Yeah, that's
No,
Owen.
no,
yeah.
yeah,
Owen.
Owen has a
Yeah.
jellyfish. I was going to say no, but then I realized I was like, somebody in One Piece, I mean, Black Clover do have a
I'm
jellyfish.
having a hard time thinking about Marx's magic looks like besides just like the screens.
It's like an electric chair, bro.
He also got them bow and arrows too.
Yeah,
where he
those
can just take you and take you out
Oh
the
yeah,
movie.
that's right.
And yeah, Yami was like, if I get hit by that, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay, anybody know
Oh,
what chapter
yeah,
that
the
was
elf
when
version.
Marks messed with the Eye of the Midnight Sun members' memory?
What chapter was that?
Yeah.
Are you talking about? You talking about Catherine? You talking about?
Yeah,
Catherine.
you talking about the Catherine situation, right?
Yep.
I don't know. It was when they kidnapped Asta and Julia showed up, and
That's
he took.
really
Oh, you know what? I think that was right. That was right before Gildrake got outed for being a traitor.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He used this demon sword on their heads that time,
Right.
didn't he?
So that was after the Water Temple, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, that was before.
That was an attack on. Where was it at?
It was before the water.
That was
Temple.
before.
When was that?
It was when used Sylph.
It was.
Where the
It was after the cave arc. It was right after the cave arc.
Yeah, it was after the cave, but before the temple. I forget what that arc's called.
Yeah. It was just it was the captain's conference. That's what it was. Because Julius went on to do a meeting to find out who the traitor was. You know, he called all them there.
Chapter 37.
Yeah, I knew it was in the 30s somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I was right the first fucking time. I actually went to that chapter first, I believe, or I went to like 30 something.
Yeah, because I knew it was in the 30s, but I couldn't remember.
I just
exactly.
want to see what his magic look like. Yeah, this weird ass shit. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, that wasn't even part of it. They just literally had them tied up to something. That's why I look like electric chair. They just had his ass tied up.
Oh, you thought he created the chairs?
Yeah, I thought he created all that little rope shit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Mars do have this memory magic, but can he actually rewrite people's memories? I don't know. I know he can wipe people's memories with those
You
arrows.
can wipe people's memory. Yeah.
But rewriting it, that's a different level, bro. Puddin did do some bullshit like that, though. She was like, that was her whole quirk type thing. I saw somebody dead ass make an argument for Finral being the one to fight Xenon. I couldn't believe that shit.
Fuck no. Langer's got more of a chance.
Silver Million Clover. House Kira shady as fuck. Man, a Civil War would be wild. Yeah. That was Adonis who said that. No, I'm not bringing that nigga up. If Julius wasn't naive, he would have been killed like so many more people. Some like Xenon type. Damn, that comment went away. Where does that comment went? Some like Xenon type beat.
I was talking about Julius. If he wasn't naive, he could be taking people out how Xenon did with the Golden Dawn base. He wanted to see him like more, I don't know, vicious.
And see, this is why I think we need a Nozel. Because out of all the characters, the one we know who willing to take the motherfucker out first quarter, not willing to wait, don't want to talk, he just want to get it over with, is Nozel. And that's what you need in the military, bro. I feel like you need that type of thing.
Imagine not gonna get killed.
Yeah, it's not good for people like Asta, but it's probably good for the Clover Kingdom.
Nozel is not that person no more that he used to be, bro. He's not like that anymore.
Yeah, he's not.
Right. I was just saying, just for generous speaking, you get someone like that in there, they're not going to take chances on people like how they did with Asta.
Well, I mean, technically,
like
Nozel doesn't have. I mean, Julius doesn't have control over the everyday like people who get sent and stuff. Julius doesn't have no control over that, so Nozel wouldn't either. Like that's all about the captain, the person who the squad who they go to. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? So Nozel wouldn't even be involved in that necessarily. You know. So like Julius didn't have no effect on Asta whatsoever as far as him getting into a Magic Knight squad. At least that we know of. Julius probably got some ultra plan in the background that probably did push Asta to go or something.
I mean, Yami was his plan.
Yami
was his ultimate draft pick.
You can see it like that. Or you can say it.
I mean, it's a little. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's a little far fetched a little bit. But you get what I'm saying.
You can absolutely see it like that. You can see it like that. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
When Asta tried to destroy the tree, I'm pretty sure Lucifuge will try to possess him. That could be a thing, but with anti-magic in the picture, I don't think he can do that no more. Not to Levy.
I don't know.
Yeah, 45 likes is looking mid as hell, bro. Like, we can do better than that. We can do better than 45, bro.
See, I used to say get 60 likes and shit, but niggas shut me down when I say it, though. Like, all right, fuck it up.
Ain't nobody ever shut you down for that, bro.
I be trying.
Nobody ever shut you down, bro.
Nah, I swear you said, nah, bro, don't even do that. I'm like, bro, what? Get this shit up.
Somebody said, don't sleep on Tokyo Revengers. Anime is out and the manga is heat. Nigga, I have read. I'm not caught all the way up. I'm like maybe 5 to 6 chapters behind. But yeah, I've read most of Tokyo Revengers and that shit is fire. And yeah, I do plan on watching the anime.
I seen a lot of people like episode 1. I ain't peeped the first episode. But I seen some niggas like it, though.
I ain't gonna lie, it's some heat. It's real fire, dog. It's real fire. Nozel couldn't take care of his sister, let alone a kingdom. That is so not true, bro. You need to go reread the manga, dog. You need to go reread the manga.
I mean, technically, he not lying.
No, he is lying. The whole point of him being the way he was to protect.
I mean,
you know what?
I mean, yeah, but
shut the fuck up. You don't. You was the same person. You was the same person. No, you're not.
Come on, bro.
You couldn't be so far from wrong. But you was the same person that said light magic was arcane. So I'm not surprised. But anyway, I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
On the outside eyes, that's not putting your sister into a bad disadvantage.
I am moving on, bro.
If Yami wasn't a good captain, she would have not been where she at today.
Hold on, let me mute this nigga, bro. Reread the manga and shut the fuck up, bro. Like you just didn't read. It's just that simple. Nozel for Wizard King. Nozel couldn't take care of his own. Okay, I read that. Somebody says something about fades. Let him talk again. Let who talk? I literally just muted this nigga. You couldn't have knew I was gonna mute him. Oh, you talking about somebody else? I want to see Nozel kick a higher devil ass. I think Nozel got it in him. I don't think so.
No.
But I will say one thing that somebody brought up earlier is that they feel like people like Nozel, Flagoleon, Dorothy, Like pretty much the captains after this arc, they well during this arc, even now they need to be higher or more powerful than someone like Asta and Yuno. And my take on that was I don't think they have to be more stronger than them per se, but just as a better fighter, better skilled, just being able to get out of situations that Asta wouldn't be able to get out of because he doesn't have that type of experience. But some people think that, Asta and has gotten too strong, too fast, and they shouldn't be as strong as they are, especially higher than some of the captains.
I mean,
and I agree with that to an extent.
To an extent, yeah, but like I mean, we're approaching chapter 300, and I mean, anti-magic in itself is kind of like a hack, and like the whole spirit thing going on with so like it just kind of depends on where the series ends, and like as long as Tabata doesn't like write out all the captains out of the story, I feel like it'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like when Naruto surpassed all the fucking captains, well, what were they? They weren't captains, the senseis and all of the other Jinkirishis or whatever. When he surpassed all those, nobody wasn't talking like this, like, oh, he's getting too powerful too quick. And I don't know what chapter, what was Naruto doing around chapter 300? What power did he have? Anybody know? Did he have stage mode yet or anything like that?
I can look it up real quick.
I'm pretty sure Naruto was doing some crazy shit around, chapter 300.
300.
Nozel protecting Noel from the battlefield. Oh, let me unmute Phase.
Fuck.
No, I forgot to unmute.
I was just saying.
Nozel protecting.
You know what?
Because, bro, like I don't want to hit Phase, bro. Phase don't be having no good arguments. He just be saying stuff. But somebody said Nozel.
I was just finna tell you.
Nozel protected Noel from the battlefield, but should have done a better job of protecting her from Solid and Nebra. Yeah, I mean, you can see it that way, or you could just see, or like from my perspective, I think he just should have went about it a different way altogether. You know what I'm saying? He just went about it the wrong way. But hey, what can you expect from a 13-year-old kid? Mind you, he was 13 years old when he had to take care of Noel. So like, what the hell do y'all expect a 13-year-old to do? But you can see it the way you want to see it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I think he might have been younger than 13, by the way.
Real quick, Naruto chapter 300 is like around when Sai was introduced, and also like when they fought Orochimaru on that bridge, I think.
Okay, so he wasn't that crazy. I think Asta has got more powerful than him, more faster, I believe.
Yeah.
Where was 300 chapters of Dragon Ball though? Huh?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't think anyone needs to be nerfed at this point, or because the threat is there.
I mean, Tabata nerfed the people he needed to nerf, I think. Like, once he nerfed Julius, the only other person I believe he needs to nerf is Raya, but other than that, there's nobody that's too crazy powerful.
Alright, you think, like, Yami, outside of fighting Dante, don't you think he needs to lose Death Trust outside of fighting Dante?
Oh, Death Thrust can be a problem.
Yeah,
but I think Death Thrust is you can get around Death Thrust. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Kaiser can definitely deal with Death Thrust. Somebody like Merleona or any other captains who have high level of magic sensing, they should be able to dodge it. Or somebody with quick reaction time. I don't think it's that broken to where he needs to be nerfed. Not just yet. I don't know, but he is spamming the motherfuckers. I think Tabata do need to space out how long he can use it.
Yeah.
Or maybe something like
also,
that.
I saw someone make a thread about what they think Death Trust is, and they don't think it's just condensed mana. They think it carries the effect of Black Moon condensed. What y'all think about that?
I mean, isn't that what like Black Moon is? Like,
that's what he did. Like in the manga, that's what he just made it really small, like condensed it.
Yeah, just condensed Black Moon into his arm. And then, I mean, it was still there because he still has Mana Zone, but it's not like it just went away.
Alright, so since he condensed Black Moon to his arm, doesn't that kind of counter spatial domination? Because I've been thinking about that for a while.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Like,
Spatial domination. That's Xenon spell, right?
yeah. I've been thinking about that because if it's Black Moon's abilities condensed, then it should wipe out like the mana or spatial domination like that entered the space.
I believe so. I mean, if we're considering, you know, the pressure that that Dante had around like as gravitational magic, which it was, then I don't think that, you know, just because Xenon has quote unquote just regular spatial domination, I don't think that Black Moon wouldn't be able to override it just because it's a little bit more specific rather than just gravity, or more broad instead of more specific, kind of how gravity just was.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cause me and Will was having a conversation like in my replies this one time where I said I think like Yami wouldn't need Asta to fight Xenon if Xenon pulled up to the Black Bulls base instead.
Oh no, I don't think so either.
Yeah, so and Will said he think it would be like the same fight, a hide the fight where Asta need to land the final blow just the same, and I had to heavily disagree on that one.
I heavily disagree as well. I don't know what the fuck Will talking about. What?
He was talking about the fight between Asta and Xenon, or the fight with Yami and Asta would be the same against Dante as it would against Xenon.
Yes, that's pretty much what he said.
Yeah, like a hide the fight.
Oh, nah, Yami could probably fight him by himself, I would think.
So he's saying, you know, Spirit of Boreas is way beyond Yami.
That sounds like it.
Well, he's a Yuno fan, so like.
Oh, you know what? I saw somebody say Real can clap Spirit of Boreas. How y'all feel about that?
Nah.
It's silly.
Damn.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Yeah, right. Yuno was packing up a 70% Xenon without any spells.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Yuno was packing up a 70% Xenon without using any spells.
Right, you know, to say that
Exactly.
Real can do anything. You know, somebody else, something else happened. That somebody said that Real was fighting against two Diamond Generals, and that's a feat for him. I'm like, the same Diamond General Charlotte one shot it a second later, and he didn't fight against them. All he did was negate their attacks.
Yeah, that's not a fight.
It's not a fight.
It's a clash.
That's not a fight.
Yeah.
What is going on?
What?
Hey, Jay, remind me to tell you about something after this. Something going on, like.
All right.
It's some niggas that be up on my live screen doing shit, and I need to find out how to get rid of these niggas, bro. Zora might come with some sauce, okay? Yami would trash Xenon up. I like that, trash him up. But y'all, what do y'all predict for the next chapter? I think we're gonna finish up this whatever's going on with this devil, and we're probably gonna go on more. We're probably gonna go back. I hope we're gonna go back to Yuno by the end of the next chapter.
I think as soon as they defeat Lilith, another gate's gonna open.
I was gonna say Morris, maybe.
I think we're gonna see Noah next chapter too.
All right, so we got Morris, we got Noel. Jay, what you think? Where you going?
Wait, what was the question?
Your prediction for next chapter?
Oh, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be one of those everybody type chapters, because this situation of Asta trying to deflect this spell that Namalilith had summoned that the whole kingdom can see. I think everybody is going to be alerted after this. But I talked about this in my chapter review, but this is the second time that Asta is showing his merit saving. He just saved the Clover Kingdom in front of everybody, and he's doing the same to a Spade Kingdom. I feel like we need a Yuno moment like this. This is his original land. Asta is taking all the merit this arc, like when it comes to them two. Yuno needs
all of
saving the kingdom. Like Yuno needs a saving the kingdom moment, bro.
It's honestly ridiculous. Like I can read about that, but Nathan, what you think?
Yeah, personally, like throughout this whole like arc, I think Asta came a little too quick. In my opinion, I feel like people should have done a little bit more things like
Yeah.
before he came. So with having said that, I think next chapter should be. I honestly want them to move away from the Nama and Lilith stuff. I want to see Vonica. Like last time we saw Charlotte's like literally on the ground. We don't know what the hell is going on with Jack. Jack is getting yo-yoed still. Also, I mean, Xenon and obviously, I would prefer that, to be completely honest with you, the most. I think this arc honestly should have a lot more than it does, in my opinion. But I also have a question about that.
That's what I
like,
was gonna
some
get
of the stuff
into
first.
next. Right, because the way this arc started off, it seemed like a arc. Like we got the flashback first, we got the Xenon attacking the Golden Dawn base first. It seemed like Tabata was setting this up to be Yuno's arc. But ever since we got the Asta flashback, Asta has came through and taken this arc all the way over. This has completely turned into an Asta arc, which is kind of unfair because Asta had an arc before, which was you can consider the Witch Force an Asta arc. That kind of arc all started because of Asta, his arms and all that power up during that arc. You can consider that an Asta arc. You feel me? So, but this was supposed to be set up for arc, I feel like. But at the same time, they got the Devils in there, so you can connect that with Asta at the same time. But it's just more stronger evidence to point to a type arc. But
Yeah,
Tabata
it was like
has
a and Noel type thing.
Yeah, and Noel majority. But Tabata has completely went left field with that and just pretty much based his arc off of Asta.
He was
And
definitely Asta bias.
Yes, and I really don't like that per se. I really wanted to see arc, but we can still get a arc in the future. But yeah, Tabata just really I don't want to say he dropped the ball because this has been a good arc so far, in my opinion. If Mars doesn't show up, it's not. But it so far has been good. But I just really thought this was gonna go with I really thought that, and I'm kind of mad about that.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Because after Dante didn't capture Yami, Asta in that case kind of felt like he didn't have any personal push to go to the war next, other than like just saving Yami. Like, I mean, in terms of a villain, he didn't really have a personal push. While Yuno and Noel did have a personal push going to the war, so Tabata really did go left field.
I kind of have.
I mean,
go ahead, Faith.
Yeah,
I'll go after you.
No, I was just gonna say that I get like the arc did start off like it was going towards what but I feel like with this arc, the purpose was Devils, obviously, and that this was the peak time for Asa to really know how to use his devil power.
No, it wasn't
I feel
Devils.
Like he gave an introduction, you know what I mean?
It wasn't
like,
Devils, obviously, because it was the Spade Kingdom is the kingdom of devils, yes. But then Tabata went against that. Tabata went against that by showing all the stuff connecting Yuno. Yuno had way more. This arc was supposed to be a arc. That has way more evidence until Asta got his flashback. Once Asta got his flashback, that's when Tabata just said fuck it and went with Asta. But up until then, which was about 50 chapters into this arc, not that much, but about 20 or 30 chapters into this arc, this was all set up for Yuno. And then like Tabata just really dropped all those and Noel pretty much. But Tabata just pretty much dropped that and just went with Asta. Mind you, that stuff can still come back. But what Asta doing right now, I just still gonna, at the end of the day, it's still gonna be an Asta arc. Tabata can wrap all that stuff up, and he can wrap the Noel stuff up. But I still want to consider this a Asta arc.
Well, the stuff got really weird when said he just doesn't care. When they're like going over and he's just like, "No, I'm of the Clover Kingdom. I'm not part of any of that."
Yeah, that's true too. That's really true too.
I mean,
but that's still a big deal. Between
it can still go another field.
Vegas, bro.
Go ahead, my
bro.
bad. I ain't everybody talking at the same time. But you said what? Go ahead.
Finish now, nigga.
Okay. I was just gonna say it still can turn to the other field. You know what I'm saying? Because Asa does have a time limit, and and obviously if another gate does open, everybody else gonna have to step up tremendously, obviously. So that's why I'm just saying that. It can still go either way, is what I'm saying.
But the thing with that, Asta has so much stuff stacked on him as far as this arc that even if they do switch and focus up on other characters, it's by the end of this arc, this still would be considered an Asta arc.
Yeah.
Even if Tabata do switch up on other characters at this point. At this point, Asta has so much shit right now, it's still an Asta arc. But go ahead, Jay.
Like if he wanted to, like clearly he's trying, Tabata definitely highlighted when the color spreads start coming out, and it was just those three, Noel, Asta. Right. That's when we know, like, okay, it's gonna be intertwined. Like they pretty much
light
like
triad stuff.
right? But the thing is, if it's going to be equally, condensed between those three, Asta should be, and this arc, Asta should be having 33% of the focus. Should be having 33%. Noelle should be having 33%. But the problem is that we focus so much on Asta. We seen his training, we seen all that. Did we see Noelle's training? No. Did we see Yuno's training? No.
We saw a panel.
We seen panels, but we seen the full thing for Asta, which is cool. But the thing is, man, like this arc, it was heavily focused on leading into it was Noelle, then but it was
it started with Dorothy telling Noelle about her mother.
Yeah, it was so quick though. Yeah. Like we need some Noelle action in this too, because he has a bigger beef with Majecula than Noelle.
Come on.
Yeah, I didn't like from the Devil moving to the war. I didn't like how fast went into the war because I think we should have seen when Dante woke up a conversation between the Dark Triad, Yuno's and Noelle's training, so on and so forth to lead up to the war, which would pay off some things better right now.
Yeah.
Here,
the reason why I
kind of
can't
have.
Go ahead. Wait, I'm gonna say this is mine's real quick. The reason why I really can't fault Tabata is because this always kind of been his writing style. He's always been a fast-paced writer. You know what I'm saying? And we've been loving it all the way so far. So I really can't fault him for the pacing being so quick. But it is sometimes where I feel like he should slow it down. Like you're right, we should have saw Dante waking up. We should have got more dialogue from that scene, but we just didn't. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is Tabata writing style. And I feel like also, though, when he was in that whole 10 page of chapter little thing for like a year and a half, that really hurt him as well. But go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, this might be a little long-winded, but this kind of stems back to a conversation I had with Will a while back. Shout out Will, by the way. But I personally think that, and we kind of agreed on this, Will and I did, I think that Yuno should honestly leave the Clover Kingdom. And I know he said the whole thing about he's Yuno from the Clover Kingdom. But the reason why I say that is I feel like too many characters in this series are kind of like predicated on Asta's like motivation and like how he kind of interacts with them. Right. You see that a lot of the Black Bulls, not necessarily like people like Finral or Noct or Noelle, like they had their, bits and pieces and moments. But like at the end of the day, the Black Bulls became kind of the the group that they are
main
now.
Focus.
They're strong.
Because of Asta's influence, right? And I feel like for a character in the rival position such as Yuno, I feel like he needs to leave that situation in order to become what he defines as a true leader.
He needs to be a leader.
Right, because I feel like the only
problem I have with that is like what you're saying is like, but that will take away directly what makes Asta and Yuno rivalry so unique.
Yeah,
like, that's the only problem I have with that. I agree with you, but that directly is what makes their rivalry unique. But continue.
Yeah, I really appreciate the entire respect and friendship aspect that they have. I think it's honestly personally really refreshing to have that more like brotherly relationship versus like a Bakugo who's screaming all the time, or a Sasuke who kind of had his own vision from the beginning of killing Itachi or whatever. But I do think like what I personally, this is kind of a headcanon, but I kind of want them to have like a disagreement for the first time. I know this kind of goes into the whole exhibition with the whole picture of them burning whatever in like their promise or whatever. But I feel like they need to have a disagreement in terms of they still respect each other, but they both need to split in order for them to become like men and grow up, and for them both to define what they both need themselves to see what they both need to become rulers of their own respective nations. Because I do think needs to step up and become the Spade King and define what he wants for himself to become the Spade King versus kind of the inspiration that he got from Asta in terms of wanting to change society.
Because he did eat off Asta a little bit.
Yeah. Like the whole promise at the beginning of the series when he was getting beat up or whatever, how like they were both
crying because of Asta.
Right.
Yeah, but
I feel like he needs to leave.
I mean, I see your point, but I don't think that will become Spade King. Not now. It may be later, but not now. The main reason why is because even when Ralph told him all his history about what his family and everything, his response was like, "I'm the Spade Kingdom." But then again, his memories contradict itself when he seen Xenon. because he thought about his mother and thought about the people that died in Space King. So he clearly cares, but you know how Yuno is. He doesn't show his true emotions like that. So
Right.
I think he's not ready to become king, because I think the promise that he told Asta, we're gonna see who becomes a Wizard King. I feel like if he becomes Space King now, he'll feel like it's a cop out. Like, you know, I was born to be king. I didn't fight for it. I think at the current time he would not be Space King, but in the long run, yeah, eventually he'd be king. But I don't think Asta will be Wizard King either.
It might be a case where he says like he needs to like complete what he had with Asta first before he comes to his country.
Yep, that's how I see it.
Also, what
Either
I
that or
about,
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, real quick. I just think either that happens, like they kind of resolve whatever promise they had, or something really significant, like emotionally happens. Like I don't know how significant William is to Yuno, but like it's implied that it's pretty big. Like if he were to die based off of something Asta did, and like Asta may or may not have known that he was the cause, or like that it would happen that way. But like if Yuno saw that and they had like a really strong emotion of disagreement, and I think that maybe push him over the edge, but like we don't know. As we say, we just kind of let it play out.
Yeah, that could, but I think the huge significance is people, their family in Hajj Village. If something happens to them, I think that's going to be the tipping point between Asta's and Yuno's relationship.
You know what's weird? What you brought up? You brought up something real like interesting, and I'm gonna put a hold on what I was about to say earlier. But you know, one thing that nobody fucking cares about in Black Clover, and it's kind of Tabata's fault. No, it is. It's not even kind of. It's 100% Tabata's fault. The relationship between Yuno and fucking William. This relationship between them two is supposed to be something grand and something, you know, something special. You know, having Yuno is willing to go through all the training and all the hell he can to save William. But we don't fucking care because we don't see that relationship at all. We don't know shit about that relationship. You know what I'm saying? We care way more about Asta and Yami relationship. We care way more about that at all. Everybody's literally saying it. We want to see Asta and Yuno. We want to see Asta save Yami. We want to see Asta save Yami. Nobody gives a fuck about Yuno saving William because we don't see that relationship. So that's Tabata's fault, and you know the way he's been writing Yuno lately. I mean, he said it. He was supposed to kill Yuno off in chapter. He was supposed to kill him off. You know what I'm saying? So his plans have obviously changed, and so I feel like his Yuno plans is really slacking because they was just never there.
Yeah,
because nobody gives a damn about that relationship.
Yeah, because when you're a writer and you're writing something, if you already know how this arc is gonna play out and everything, Yuno was not in the equation. So now that Yuno is in the equation, he kind of gotta remix his whole entire story because Yuno is there. And I think that's why he started to focus more on him because, prime example, you say we don't care. And that's about this problem. I remember when Yuno was saying stuff about William, was like how much he means to him and Golden Dawn. I remember you laughed at it. And it's not a problem that you laughed at it, but that's a product of how the fan base look at Yuno and William's relationship. Because we never seen that emotion between, like, I'm like, bro, this dude really care about William. And it makes me think, I'm like, dang, I really forgot. It was no wonder why Yuno was so desperate fighting for the Golden Dawn, because his freaking captain. You know, and his people around him, but also his captain.
Right.
You know, so Asta will snap if something was, we see it not with Yami. But we just that's a writer flaw for Tabata. You know, everybody got flaws because I don't want no Black Clover stands like, oh y'all, Black Clover is goated. Why like
relax,
relax, right?
Let me read some of the chat. I haven't read the chat in a long time. Yeah, go ahead. Damn, I forget about y'all. I see some of y'all in talking. I've been winning with the support of most of the Magic Knights during the fight with Langris after they drawed. Almost all of the Magic Knights supported Asta is in support. Doesn't try to connect. I think he's trying to say support for doesn't really connect. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
It should have been focused too, because when we seen in Yuno's flashback of how the Golden Dawn were treating him and everything, Yuno literally was more discriminated against than Asta. When it came to being Magic Knights and everything.
Yeah, when it came to his own squad, yes.
When it came to his own squad, he was bullied as heck. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
So I wish we would have saw more of that.
Exactly.
Because we will feel something when the Golden Dawn died.
Yeah, we would have felt something that we laughed. Everybody, fuck your homie, he dead. Like all that shit was all over Twitter. You feel me?
Little smoke pack me.
You feel me? Nobody cared. Like nobody fucking cared. Like the rest in peace Haman was literally a meme. Like nobody cared, and that's all the result of Tabata. Really not really pushing forth with I'm just saying Tabata could have written a lot better than he have.
And that is ultimately the reason why people call boring. And like while I don't necessarily agree, because I feel like you can pick out bits and pieces of like the time that he's on screen to like figure out his character. But like the fact of the matter is like he's just not on screen all that much. And it's kind of sad to see that the character of his importance, isn't on screen. I think the point brought up a second ago about the fact that he was discriminated against a lot in the Golden Dawn, specifically because he was a peasant with a high amount of mana, and like everyone really instantly respected him in the sense that like all the other people were jealous of him, and like to the extent where he like internalized all of that discrimination and like hate or whatever, to the point where he didn't even feel like talking to anybody. And then like in that one anime episode where they like invited him to dinner, and like he had already left because he felt like he wasn't even invited, like he was already like out and on the way, and they're like, no, like we put this together because we want you to come, and I feel like you can pull together pieces of his character, but the fact that he's just not on screen all that much makes that really difficult.
Yeah, we just don't get many of his like personality moments, you know what I mean? Like that specific moment you just said is like some of the most personality we got from him. It might have been, I think, the first smile we seen from him, but he just doesn't have many moments that like show who he is besides just like a mage, you know what I mean?
Right. Outside of fights and big moments, we don't get that. And we get a lot of that from Asta. We saw Asta hunt boar, for God's sakes. We never seen, go hunting, you know what I'm saying? We never seen, go out just on a day of shopping with his friends like we have with Asta. You know what I'm saying? We never seen a beach day for the Golden Dawn, even though I don't think I would want to see that. But we just never seen it. Not gonna lie, I don't think I would want to see that. But let's see. Facts Bones, Tabata is not Oda type writer. Yeah, he's not at all. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely, him and Oda are way different. I feel like Tabata didn't write Black Clover to its entirety. He's just writ as he's just writing as he goes. Now I think Tabata had a plan. I think he had a plan, and he just as far as goes, it just switched up. His plan definitely switched up. Obviously, he said it.
Yeah, he has a plan. He came out in the French. It was translated into French. He said that his first 3 sagas, because the first saga is the Elf Saga, and this saga is currently, we don't know how long this is going to be, but he said he had his first 3 sagas figured out, but people misinterpret that saying that, he only has 3 sagas. No, he just said, I have my first 3 sagas figured out, and I want my story to go as long as Naruto, and if it's successful, maybe One Piece. So it's going to be more than 3 sagas. He just has the first 3 patented down, but when your first 3 sagas are already patented down without in the picture, you have to remix some stuff. But Tabata, the only thing that Tabata is doing when he's writing, he said himself he doesn't know how Black Clover is going to end, which is, it can be a scary thing because or it can be a good thing, which I don't know how it can be a good thing, but
he's got time to figure it out. He got years.
Time. Yeah, he got years.
Man, I see y'all complaining about me in the chat, bro. Listen, it's different when it's just you and I can read more of the chat. But when it's a podcast, bro, like I got several other people in here, and they all got good points, and I want to hear them. So you feel me? Just be patient with me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all niggas are in here like spamming the same chat over too. I'll be seeing y'all. But stop talking shit. Pretty much is all I'm trying to say. Like, I'm coming, nigga, and it's mostly my mods too. That's what I'm starting to realize. Like, what? My own mods. Believe it or not, my own mods out here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even the people that's not mods. It's just the mods. That's Tabata's fault. He should have kept pushing more. He could have had earn respect by being a powerful house while Asta earned his by friendship. Okay. He's saying could have just earned respect just by being powerful, which he is, but that's kind of dull, when you just get power that way.
I think it's also like the squads. You know what I mean? Like the Black Bulls have a ton of personality as a whole, and the Golden Dawn's a lot more, straight edge and rigid, and not really many of them. Like we all love Klaus because Klaus shows the most personality, shows the most growth and everything between them.
Right.
You just don't get that with the Golden Dawn compared to the Black Bulls.
Right. Klaus is a Golden Dawn member that should have been a Black Bull. That's what Klaus is, and that's why we like him.
Exactly.
100%.
And y'all know what else y'all want to know what else I predicted, but I don't give myself my flowers. I don't talk my own shit. But remember when I said the vice captain of the Black Bulls is going to be somebody who should have been in the Golden Dawn but ended up in the Black Bulls? That's exactly what Notch is. Notch has a Golden Dawn personality, but he's in the Black Bulls. You feel me? So, just giving Josuke his flowers there, it is what it is there.
Get all that credit.
Tabata needs to improve on the page man. I don't understand what you mean. Probably the page count.
Come on, the page count. Yeah.
An Asta rivalry is the middest rivalry in New Gen, to be honest. Let me think. Arthur and Shinra rivalry. I do like their rivalry, but I don't think it's better than Asta Yuno's. Deku and Bakugo is the most basic rivalry out there, so I don't know what you're talking about there. Boruto,
is that even a rivalry at this point?
Yeah, it's literally just a trope. That's all there is. That's literally all they are. Boruto, I don't know about them two, Boruto and the other guy. I don't really know too much about that rivalry, so it is there. And what else we got? Jujutsu Kaisen, Fuji Guru, what's it? Fuji,
Megami.
Yeah, Megami and Yuji. The rivalry hasn't even built up just of yet. They have their moments, but it's not really a rivalry just yet. I wouldn't say it's so far. So honestly, Asta and rivalry is probably the best New Gen rivalry, if I'm being honest with you.
There's not a lot of rivalries going right now.
Yeah, it's just not a lot of rivalries out there to even compete.
Not comparable to them.
Mm-hmm. And I think they have the deepest rivalry, if anything. Like I say, Asta and Bakugo and Deku, they have the most bare bones rivalry there is. So that's not really deep. I don't know too much about Boruto and the One Kid rivalry. I gotta maybe if I get more into that, maybe they have a good rivalry.
Kawaki.
Yeah, Kawaki. I don't know too much about that rivalry at all. Denji didn't even have a rival. Did Denji have a rival in Chainsaw Man?
No, not really.
Don't even think Denji had a rival at all, which was kind of weird. But yeah,
I don't think a lot of other series are doing rivals right now. Like none of the new series coming up really have a rival character.
Facts. Josuke, be patient with these bums. Sam is cool. Squad. Okay, whatever, Gene. How is Josuke not at 1K subs yet? It's coming soon, bro. It's coming
Gene's
soon.
slacking, that's why.
Nah, Gene been doing his thing, man. Appreciate you, Gene.
Yeah, Gene been putting in work.
Yes.
I can't let Gene off the
Gene
hook.
is so Deku is so massive. It's so massively far ahead of Bakugo. Can we call it a rivalry, or is Bakugo trailing after Deku? Has Deku got that much more powerful? I haven't got into the manga.
Yeah, he should be a lot more powerful now, especially at this last chapter.
Yeah, I heard something crazy happened in this last chapter. I really heard that.
I mean, the thing to try to not spoil, his quirks aren't super broken in terms of attack potency or anything. It's a lot of utilization type quirks, but it's very situational in terms of stealth or whatever. But even regardless of that, it's regardless of that, it's just I just don't see how it's even close at this point.
Oh, okay. I saw something I wanted to read. Jujutsu Kaisen ain't shit in rivalry, but Sukuna and Gojo can had a fighting dope ass rivalry. I don't even. He said FK-ing fucking dope. Oh, fucking dope ass rivalry. Okay, I see what you said. Okay, Sukuna and Gojo rivalry could be dope, but that's just not what the Arthur's going for right now. So, Dr. Stone, I do hear Dr. Stone have a rivalry, a pretty dope rivalry actually.
Or between Senku and
Yeah, the one kid and the kid who killed that lion or whatever. That's pretty much all I know about him. But I hear it's pretty good.
Tsukasa.
Deku is
Yeah,
stronger,
I
but
think
not Asta level. Okay. Deji had a best friend named Bean. Bean was a goat. Yes, bro. Shout out to Bean, bro.
Miss him.
Miss Bean too, bro. Shout out to Bean, bro. Haven't read the manga for My Hero, but I know Deku looks cooler. Dr. Stone War is so mid. Oh, I hear the opposite, bro.
I hear good things about it.
Yeah, I heard the opposite about Dr. Stone right now. But anyway, fellas, I want to appreciate y'all for joining us. 10 o'clock, it's time to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for Gold Soul Radio. Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Dixon, for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Jay, he hopped out a minute ago. Thank you, Nick, for coming through. Fades, Rax, appreciate all y'all. And at the end of y'all probably know what King of the Chat is, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh shoot, yeah, I know. Appreciate you letting me in, by the way. So.
I was about to say, yeah, I appreciate you letting me slide through, man. I didn't get this chance to say what's up to Rax and FaZe and everyone earlier, so it's good to rock with y'all tonight.
Good, bro.
Yeah, bro, y'all just hit me up anytime y'all want to come through. You know what I'm saying? We got room in here. Y'all come through, bro. Just let me know. But we gonna do some King of the Chats. Starting with Rax. Rax, who you giving it to, bro?
I'm gonna give mine to Bud again.
Shout out to Bud, man. Shout out to Bud.
Yeah. He's close to that 300 or 100 subs.
Yes, 100 subs. The first 100 subs is an amazing feeling, bro.
Yeah, congrats, Bud.
Hey, Trey, I see you saying in the chat, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Nick, who you giving it to?
I wanna give it to John, but I'm gonna give it to Trey instead.
Trey?
Mm-hmm.
Trey Shields.
All right, congratulations, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many you got. I was gonna give it a Trey as well, by the way, so that's funny. FaZe, who you giving it to?
It was the same. Trey. He was the only nigga that had my back when I came in this motherfucker. Niggas was just hating on me and shit.
All right, man. Shout out to Trey. Trey, and by the way, I was gonna give mine to Trey as well. So Trey, you got 3 King of the Chats, bro. That's what's up, bro.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Butler? Who you giving it to?
Oh man, I know Jean already has a bunch of them, but you know Jean's been showing mad love, so I gotta still give it to him.
You talking about John Tate?
No, Jean.
Oh, Gene.
Oh, Gene. I would say John Tate not
John.
even in here tonight, man.
Nah, my bad.
Gene's other alias is Jean.
Jean.
Yeah, Gene got way too many, bro. You got to pick somebody else.
Okay. Well, I at least wanted him to know I was giving some love. I'm gonna go with Bud. I subscribed to his channel last week when you shouted him out. Watched some of his videos.
Hey.
You know, hope you keep doing your thing, man.
Shout out to Bud, man. Bud, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4. Bud should have about 4 or 5 by now, bro. What about you, Nate? You got somebody in mind?
I'm gonna give it to Darnell. He agreed with my Bakugo Deku point. So.
Darnell, congratulations, Darnell. Darnell, I think that's maybe like your 3rd one, maybe your 2nd. I don't know. Congratulations to Darnell, Trey, Bud, all the people who got the King of the Chats tonight, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple. Hey, make sure y'all go rate us on the Apple Podcast. You know what I'm saying? You can rate us on there. It helps us get on the algorithm more often, and that'll be amazing. Go rate us a 5-star. Leave a comment on the rating as well. That helps a lot. And leave a comment also on the SoundCloud post as well. Go to SoundCloud. You can leave a comment, you know what I'm saying, on any video. You feel me? Well, I can't leave a comment on my own video. I mean, on my own thing. Oh, yes, you can. You just write a comment, right, you know what I'm saying? Up, y'all? Just say something like dope Let me or know something. If y'all like that, you know what I'm saying? I can't spell dope right now, but I really can't spell dope. Oh, my God. Oh, there we go. But, you know what I'm saying? Just leave a comment. Gotta be dope. I don't know why I couldn't